our roots that hold when everything turns dark and cold. I felt the break, I felt the loss, I've carried tears, I've borne the cross. Yet even when my faith was gone, I found my strength. The night will end, the light will find me once again. For though I fall, I stand alone. Through every How is this even possible? After everything we've been through, life came rushing, broke us down. What did we do so wrong? You changed from day to night. You've never been like this before. Even God's abandoned spark that couldn't have been you. Or maybe I never knew who you really are. God didn't leave us, then why am I so sick inside? He can't just leave me like this. No strength to rise, no will to fight. I need my life back again. I need a miracle down roads that burn his feet, chase sweet cold voices, deceit he knew. Something deep kept calling, but turned away from the light inside him. And when the night fell on his chest, all that was solid turned to unrest. Yet through the pain, a silence near, an ancient presence whispered clear. He could hear, but chose the noise. Such In the silence of my closed-off world, I lose my breath between what I see and what is hidden. Steps repeat in weary cycles. Time slips away and the present dissolves in shadows. And there are moments when I see clarity breaks into the dark of my soul. I feel the breath that awakens me, the life that insists on blooming. Between shadows and light I walk, sometimes trapped, sometimes free to fear. Between fear and redemption I learn true strength is to breakfast laughter I don't notice, details passing lost within my mind. But sometimes the world bursts in colors and life touches me with all that is present. The unseen force tries to control me, traps me in mirrors of who I'm not. But every fall is a call to awaken. Every moment of light shows me who I will be. Between shadows and light I walk, sometimes trapped, sometimes free to fear. Between fear and redemption I learn true strength is to You said the world was heavy on your hands, and I believed you. But you never let me carry even a piece, not even the part that broke you. I waited for your eyes to meet mine, but you were looking somewhere far behind the night. And I learned to read your silence like a prayer said with no voice. Sometimes love is not enough. song in someone else's room. And for a moment, you'll remember who we almost were. No blame, no anger, just two hearts out of tune, trying to find the same truth from different worlds. And still, the quiet between us, soft as a fading light. I wish we had the courage to stay, to speak, to fight. But if your road is not my road, I'll let the silence guide us and carry what remains of you in the quiet between us. The night was quiet, too quiet for my name. Street lights flickered like they feared what I became. I walked alone, holding pieces of a girl that the world tried so hard to erase. And every shadow whispered fragments of that place. But something in the dark refused to die. A spark inside the ruins of my mind. The lights